Welcome back, everybody. Now it's time for Part-Time Pirates versus Sea Salted Squids. Seb is joining me to cast this match. Hi, Seb.
Hello, that's me.
You looking forward to this?
Yeah, of course. Always good for a match.
Um,
On a nice Friday for the start of the weekend.
So, certainly, I think this is the first match we're getting, certainly the first match I'm seeing, with sort of, the new expanded division sizes coming into play. Because it is, of course, it is a Division 4 match, but don't let the numbers fool you. Both of these teams, were in last season's Division 3.
That's a pretty good stat.
One of those things that happens when your old Division 2 was 12 teams, of course.
Yeah.
Part-Time Pirates, made a splash, got some respectable fights in there, and are not unique, but very rare in that they're a team of only 4 people.
Wow. That's pretty...
Yeah, we can see it right there. Zen, Turtwig, Relic, J-Sword. Sea Salted Squids, meanwhile, are a very large team. I believe today... we'll see who they're bringing today.
Yep. Well,
and we are ready to go. So we've already seen this, of course, a couple of times, and it's not the last time we'll see it. It's Tower Control on the Reef, a nice basic one to start off with.
Yeah, I feel like the Reef is a really nice tower map. It's not too silly.
Okay.
Pretty good weapon comp for both teams. Both have Splatling, both have some long range. One has a bucket as well. But one's zoom in.
Yeah, got
2 down once he's salted.
And in fact, yeah, that's a good opportunity now for Part-Time Pirates to see if they can get some points.
But the counter stingray.
Yeah, oh boy, the Ray Duel! And Vindaloo wins that! Wow, I did not expect that. Still, all the turf around the tower is green. Zen's doing a good job of just shrugging off all those bombs coming their way. But Vindaloo gets around and, wow, is really just, oh no, J-Sod stops that. And now with a Stingray ready, sitting on the tower, I'm guessing J-Sod really wants a teammate to come in there so they can just let rip.
Yeah, PTP are in a pretty good position, though. Not just Grub Dog getting behind both of them by then.
Yeah. Zen there's... Oh boy, no, there we go. That's a clean wipe. Every single member of Part-Time Pirates taken out there. But yeah, with 31 points, that's a very, very good start.
Yep, very good opening push. They could probably just defend now if they really wanted to.
Well, we'll see. Of course, we did see something similar to that in our recorded match. Eureka set, I think not even quite as good a score as this, and just decided to let Diamantia come to them. But I suspect we're going to see a bit more aggression here. Oh boy, Grub Dog there, ducking and dodging and just can't quite deal with Zen's Julie Squelches.
Yeah. Just... map control looks in Purple's favor right now, but PTP just trying to take it. But it's quite even now.
Oh wow, yeah, Turtwig dodging around the tower, Jang there with the Jet Squelcher. Doing a pretty good job at point blank range. Ducking in on Vindaloo. Yeah, using that Splatling as cover.
Ooh, J-Sod going down, it's Vindaloo on the left side.
So now really looking very nice here for Sea Salted Squids. They're in a comfortable position, they're getting some splats. J-Sod left all alone and choosing to just be patient, wait for the team to come back. There we go, the Spawn Ray. Summerly there avoids that little sprinkler trap. And PTP pretty much haven't managed to shake Sea Salted Squids off. They're back on the offensive, they're getting in their face. I really like this.
Yeah, it's working well. Oh, yeah, this...
Wow, yeah, we're easily going to see an overtake now. Yep. Vindaloo just deleting players there with that Stingray. J-Sword, though, punishes. And this could be bad for Sea Salted. If they're not able to extend their lead a bit more, they're vulnerable. And in fact, yeah, that tower slides back a bit. We'll see whether James is able to extend it. And there we go. Vindaloo jumps in with Tenta missiles. Oh no, it must have been Jank's tandem missiles. Yeah. 16. Wow.
A very good push.
Yeah. Oh wow. Turtwig here, riding the tower. Not really very comfortable position for a custom range blaster, but the bubble, I suppose, you know, going to give him a little bit of security. And it's going to be a mean push. They've only got a minute and a half to do it. I guess
Yeah,
you know, there's no checkpoint in their way at least.
Yeah, they could make it back for sure. It's just they gotta try to just not let them get kills, I guess. And just try to keep map control would be really great.
Yeah. Obviously, you know, Sea-Salted Squids must be quite happy here that they know, you know, given how aggressively PTP pushed them early on, they can't afford to rest on their laurels. They need to absolutely make sure that the other team stays off balance and they don't get organised.
But Turtwig, I think, gets a double the cluster, but then loses to Summerlin's first bomb rush. And Jason also going down to 10 missiles.
Yeah, we're down to 2 players against 3, and with 30 seconds left, we really, you know, PTP need to start getting points now. And they just don't have the opening to do that. You know, it's very easy to get flustered in these situations. Zen, in fact, doesn't get punished for getting caught out with tender missiles. Manages to retreat nicely from the bridge. I think we might see a push here. We've got Sea-Salted Squids on the back foot a bit.
Bubbles out.
But Vindaloo's got that Stingray and bringing it out perhaps a little early, but with Part-Time Pirates down to 1 player, and Super Jump, there we go.
Yeah, that's it.
Kaboom.
Very close match, either way.
That back and forth was quite something to see. But still, Sea-Salted Squids, you know, you've got to give it to them for being able to just get that relentless attack out after being, you know, pretty much backed into a corner for the first 2 minutes of the game. Still, you know, I do like the weapon diversity that we're seeing here as well.
Yeah, of course. It's always good to see different weapons. It's always good to see how people like to push the meta themselves. It's how they like to play with their teams.
You know, really cool seeing some weapons that, if not, like, I mean, there are some obviously that are meta, and I just haven't seen, like, you know, stuff like the custom dually squelchers, and there are some others, like the custom range blaster, that I just don't get the opportunity to see in action at all.
Yeah, of course. It's just... Oh, Trent, don't do that to me, man.
Oh yeah, that's a little mean.
Oh, hey Seb, give Will XD from Lime Soda a shout out. Yeah, shout out to Lime Soda from Will XD. Oh, and do your homework.
Wow, that's cold. Absolutely ruthless. Still, it's albacore time after this. I'm very fond of it. Oh, sorry, Wahoo, what am I saying? Ugh, I think I'm just in wishful thinking mode. Wahoo Rainmaker. Yeah, no. Do you have any favourite strats here?
Not really. Wahoo's Wahoo.
It is what it is, I suppose. I guess, you know, I tend to actually, despite usually taking short range stuff, I tend to branch out a bit on Wahoo and try running longer stuff. I find it pretty fun. You know, just being able to use that big gap from mid.
On Wahoo, I like the undercover more than the normal hero or Splat Grella.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Like, standard or Sorella?
I like the baller on like the more cycle stage. But Rainmaker's, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, Rainmaker's always, you know, it's never over till it's over. You've got that dynamic of, you know, the way that the you know, movement just changes around. You know, the whole battle just runs around. I like it. You know, keep things a little bit uncertain. You can't just win by defending the whole game. Alright. Are we in? There we go.
Oh, there you go.
I think I just lucked into that one, actually.
Yeah.
Timing was just
It was like about to time out.
blind coincidence. Alright. Well, the balloons are rising. We've got Ferris wheel going in the background.
Yeah.
And, ooh, I like what I'm seeing. We got a Flingster, we got a Bamboozler.
It's like
This is awesome. I love this.
Oh, so Jason drank himself before the other three have bunched up really animal stuff.
Jang with a Stingray already charged. Oh boy, just bullying that Flingster from long range. And the Rainmaker's moving. Looks like, oh boy, if they're not careful, then Turtwig's just going to wreck them. But no, Turtwig goes down and Vindaloo's just able to run with it.
Wow.
Wow, Relic and JSOD just hanging on in the absolute extreme there. If that Stingray had arrived a little bit earlier, that would have been a massive, massive lead for Sea Salted Squids.
They should be able to think. Rub Dog could.
Yeah, and I think Turtwig knows how vulnerable they are. That's a brilliant little Rainmaker trap there. I'm really impressed. And in fact, they've managed to reverse the splats now, and we're looking at only one up briefly on Sea Salted Squid's side.
Yeah, they could push back right now.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how they take it. We've got the Stingray going up, but unfortunately, yeah, Turtwig just fell down, a little bit early there, and got trapped. But PTP is still, making the splats work in their favour. I reckon they're going to push. Zen getting very, very aggressive there. Zipping through all of Jang's shots. That's amazing.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh, boy. Wow. I mean, certainly, Sea Salted Squids will be very happy it stopped when it did. But, you're not happy when that happens. Just getting disrespected by those dualies. That's spectacular play there from Zen.
Turtwig going under the bush, then coming back up. Probably trying to... Oh, wow, both of them.
Wow, yeah, just two down in a row there, and then I think a third, perhaps? Grubdog obviously a little cautious, because, they need to be in this for the long run. But, oh boy, no! Not quite fast enough to get out through the splash wall, so they're going to have to do this the hard way. They're going to have to win this brutal, brutal push. Vindaloo just ducks in with the curling bomb. Oh, yeah, it doesn't pay off, though. Still, I mean, that Rainmaker's not really in a happy place for part-time pirates. If they get ambushed, then yes, and we do see Grubdog jumping in behind it. But,
oh, no, nice defense by Turtwig there.
Yeah, Relic must be very, very grateful for their buddies there. That was not a happy place for the Rainmaker to be. 2 minutes left on the clock. Really, I feel, at this point, part-time pirates, despite having been in a similar situation in the last match, I think they're probably going to be feeling pretty confident here. They, Sea Salted Squids had a really, really good run at it after that initial lead had been set, and they weren't able to beat that record.
Yeah, that push before from PTP, they just sneak in the pack, try to push as far as they can, just so Sea Salted just couldn't make it back. But, and it's going to defend really well, whichever can.
Yeah, Sea Salted, of course, now they're getting a little bit more cautious here. We'll see whether or not it pays off. And yeah, Zen once again is just able to zip in, get through their defenses, and just destroy somebody without really suffering for it at all.
Yeah, Zen getting splat there.
And then, wow, yeah, Turtwig just getting that casual little dunk. Grubdog, oh wow. I was thinking that would be a vertical kill, but nope, Grubdog just says, no, I've got dualies, I don't care.
Yeah.
But the Rainmaker itself, of course, it's all stalled. Splats aren't decisive enough anywhere near for anyone to make a push. Vindaloo, I suppose with the time pressure, realises that they've got to move up anyway, and Turtwig takes advantage of that. Ruthless.
Stingray as well, which should... Oh, Turtwig down there.
Sumley's just caught against Zen and Relic in a push. I think this is going to be a push win for SSS. Grubdog picks it up, and it's just JSOD on the left flank there. Turtwig's sort of isolated, trying to rally. Gets there in time. Oh boy!
So
Oh,
close.
so close. We've only got oh boy, Jang there gets gets a trade and then goes down. So I think at this point it'll be very difficult for Sea Salted Squids to get that pop. They've got 10 seconds and they don't really have anybody there. Certainly PTP, yeah, there we go, working on the shield. You're going to be very happy about that, I imagine.
Oh, grab it, double just it.
Wow, oh, so close!
That was so close.
And they actually did pick it up.
There was 3 diamonds.
But like a
that's unfortunate.
half a second, a tenth of a second too slow? That's heartbreaking. Still, Part-Time Pirates played that one very cleverly. They were able to defend, and they made Sea Salted Squids realize that they couldn't just go in recklessly. They had to get those solid picks if they wanted to get an edge. They just never gave them that opportunity. Well played.
Yeah, very good match though.
So with that, we're obviously up for a change of scenery. Splat zones on Inkblot. I reckon I'd actually quite like to see the Flingser make a return for this map.
Yeah, the Flings was a really good strat there.
It's got lots of fun little tools. The Bomb Rush, obviously, it's never bad in Splat zones. Saturate here and there, go, yep, this is ours now. And, Turtwig obviously did a very good job throughout the previous match of just finding people, identifying when they could just dunk someone and just doing it. So I guess we'll see. Otherwise, yeah, I don't know. Guess we might see a few more adjustments. Okay, cool. Well, with that said, it's been cool seeing, two pretty evenly matched teams going at it. Very much looking forward to seeing exactly what each one has up its sleeves. Sea Salted Squids, I feel perhaps have been a bit less consistent in their splats. As certainly, when they managed to get things rolling on the reef, they were ruthless. They moved forward. They rolled up the entire team. Every single one of PTPs just couldn't do anything to them. They just got trapped in spawn, locked there for a good 30 seconds, and that let them get a decisive tower lead. But as we saw in the previous match, they just weren't able, for whatever reason, to get that rhythm going on Wahoo World. They had to take all the fights as little individual 1v1s or as these desperate tug of war, pushes against the Rainmaker shield, and unfortunately just didn't end up working in their favour anywhere near as often as it worked out for Part-Time Pirates. Perhaps the weapons had something to do with it. Perhaps it's just a matter of different mode and map preferences with that. But we're off now. Here we go. So we are indeed seeing some slightly different weapon choices here. JSword running that Slosher Deco. Very, very good choice for zones. We've got a pair of heavy splatlings, a standard from Turtwig, and a Deco there from Vindaloo. One splat only for each team. Summerly just caught out in the open, but Relic is immediately, oh boy, just everyone's going down. Everyone's just dropping like flies. And we do see the first cap there goes to Part-Time Pirates. Ticking down nicely, they're just getting 2 splats again, and really Sea Salted Squids sort of backed into a corner here. They don't have their people coming back yet, and they can't really afford to just have 2 people up against a whole team without support. Grubdog does excellent work on the point there, manages to win out in a very unfavourable position, caught after throwing the rain, and Orange are certainly going to be hoping for a cap soon. But no, just Part-Time Pirates take it back, and that Explosher just causing so much distress at extreme range. With the bubbles ready as well. There is an initial cap there for Sea Salted Squids with 3 down. No, Turtwig caught out of position. Vindaloo doing sterling work with that heavy splatling. 2 in a row. Wow. Welcome back, Seb.
Yeah, I'm back. So yeah.
Well, this has been spectacular so far. I'm not sure how much of it you've managed to see, but there's been a real back and forth.
Yeah, oh, it's already got knocked back. Yeah,
that overtake there, does its job. The recap happens, but Part-Time Pirates are going to have to really, really work to get this. They've got the penalty coming in. They've, in fact, oh wow, we've got an ambush there. Turtwig struggling and yes, in fact, goes down. Grubdog just absolutely killing it here. Manages to then get Zen as well. Oh, wow, throwing out those bombs. Grubdog's really, really happy here. That's you know, I really, really hope that the team just gives him a giant pat on the back after this game.
Yeah, Grubdog's playing really aggressive and it's working out for him, so why not?
Vindaloo throws those bubbles out just to sort of scare people on Part-Time Pirates' platform, and I think it kind of works. They're still ticking down despite the splats going PTP's way more often than not. Vindaloo and Zen doing that, sort of pushing on opposite sides of the zone thing, and Vindaloo does get the splat. Wow. Despite the cap, I really feel that this is Sea Salted Squid's game at the moment. Everything's going their way.
Yeah, it's working out really well for Sea Salt, but it's just, you can never know in a game like this.
Oh, that happy-go-lucky splat bomb, splat there for oh boy, yeah, this is just nasty. We are seeing players going down though on Sea Salt and Squid's side. I think PTP's chance to get back in is going to be soon. They're sitting on bubbles. I'm sure they're going to come out when the time is right. And indeed, here we go. Out come the bubbles. But Turtwig is caught in the rain. Oh wow, Ink-Storm. That's so mean. And suddenly just sitting on top, like not a care in the world, just throwing out bombs, tossing all those. Wow. Sea Salt and Squids are on a roll.
Yeah. This could be a game if they hold on a little bit more Sea Salt.
Yeah, but now the objective pressures get into them. Zen Basil overextends, and then Turtwig and Jay sort of forced to just rush in prematurely. And
yeah, that was close.
Yeah, that baller just gives up the painting capabilities. Wow, that's just boom. Very well played by Sea Salt and Squids.
Yeah.
You know, they used that top mid so well. Just being able to sit there and distract people or just use the bombs. I'm really, really impressed. Yeah, wow. Well, I guess, you know, Zones tends to be a mode of knockouts, but it was still, you know, especially given how aggressive that initial start was, how successful Part-Time Pirates were in the early stages of the game, setting a good, 40 points or so before Sea Salt and Squids got anything at all. It was really cool seeing them just assert themselves back in there.
Someone just left the room by accident, or DC'd.
Oh, that's a bit unfortunate. I'm sure the captains will sort things out.
It was... I forgot.
Okay, yeah, it looks like we've got some technical issues. I think we are going to see a pause in the match. Just got to get some other things sorted. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, we're just waiting. Alright, well, we might be waiting a little while. I guess we'll see how we go. Yeah, we've got some observations there. That you know, triple rain on that team comp from Sea Salted Squids, 11 thrown off across the course of the match.
It's good. Just try out all your specials at the same time. Just coordinate way of throwing them.
Well, and you know, we saw that pressure exerted. We saw people, you know, in fact, getting splattered by it. It's just so mean when that happens.
Yeah.
I'm a bit, you know, I really hope. I've got no idea whether any of them run it, unfortunately, but I do hope if we see a future triple rain comp, we see someone running the blob lobber.
Yeah, it's always good to see a blob lobber.
We've got Port Mackerel Splat Zones coming up. If it goes to Game 8, you know, I think the Blobby Boy's a good choice.
Yeah, Blob's like pretty good weapon if your team can help you coordinate with it, I'd say.
Like, and especially because like between the way that the bouncy projectiles work and the Ink-Storm, it's just the king of accidental. Oh, I didn't even know that was a splat things happening a million miles away from you.
Yeah, it's still how it works.
Yeah. Looking forward to. Well, hopefully we'll be able to resolve these technical hitches and get back into the game. You know, it's been good seeing so much aggression here from our players. I like the fact that they're willing to take risks. You know, do plays like Grubdog getting up into the other team's plat on Inkblot and just getting rid of their backliners as the rest of the team was going for the cap. That was beautiful.
Yeah, it's always good just to play aggressive. It's always not a lot nicer for the viewers anyway.
Yeah, you certainly get some more exciting moments.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's risk to go with that reward, so it is nice, you know. It is nice seeing players take risks in order to give the viewers the reward of seeing something cool happen.
Yeah.
Alright, let's... Okay, yeah. So of course, you know, because we've already got some, you know, a split ticket win-wise, we're already guaranteed that we're at the very least going to see tower control on Albacore, which I've not had the chance to see in action in the series so far. You know, we'll see whether we get anything after that. Have you played that one much, Seb?
Well, I've played it quite a bit, but I don't really like a lot of the new maps, to be honest.
Oh, fair enough. I've
like, they're a little bit finicky, but it's a really, really, really pretty design. But I just don't like how it is. It's sort of like, it's weird how it goes, but you know.
Yeah, fair enough.
I haven't played on it much anyway, so I'd probably get used to it. It's just like, it's kind of weird. But you're always gonna have that nice stage, that really nice looking stage that's really bad in gameplay. Not really a game without it.
Oh well, you know, there's always something that people like more than other things.
Yeah, of course.
You know, naturally, all the jokes about Salt Spray returning.
Yeah.
I mean, personally, like Clams is always the way I prefer to play Albacore, but I think Tower opens up some interesting possibilities.
Yeah, Clams Albacore is actually really nice. I really like Albacore. I like it on Clam with Splat Zones, and Remake is okay, but I like it on Clam Splat Zones mostly. Having that little higher spot in the middle, which could be really good in someone if you want to just go around, or just go on top of it. And it's sort of like how it's got the center and closer to each spawn. Hey Nico, you gotta ready up.
Alright, excellent, thank you.
That's all good.
Alright. So yeah, I mean, that's obviously down the track, but for now, it's Clam Blitz time, it's Starfish main stage. You know, one of the quickest clam maps in many ways.
Yeah, I love it. Starfish is a really balanced stage, I'd say.
You know, you've got that very exposed basket. Obviously, the middle is just, you know, there's a lot of room for people just dancing around, trying for flanks. You know, obviously there's just not that much of it either. You know, the spaces are very, very constricted.
Yeah. Well, touch me going crack and roller now.
Oh, pardon me. Are we? There we go. Thank you very much. Wow, and that's some very, very early success there on Sea Salted Squid's side, but Part-Time Pirate's able to stay on the offensive there.
Yep.
Looks like J-Sod's going out for the flank. Meanwhile, yeah, you know, Sea Salted Squid's just sort of rallying around the middle. Clam Harvest isn't really getting to, you know, tremendous numbers for either team.
Yep. Oh, the rain looks really weird on Spectator.
Yeah, the rain is just the bane of overhead view. It's like, hello, I hope you don't care about anything happening underneath me.
Yeah, oh, and the floating sprinkler.
Of course, yeah, thanks to the stage architecture there. Alright, well, after some perhaps indecisive initial things, we've got that baller with the power clam goes forward into the middle. Scares people, but doesn't really get any traction.
Yeah,
we've got a duel of the Slosher Decos, and in fact they both just go down there. We've got all the turf is now really going PTP's way, but they don't have the clams to take advantage of it. Wow, it's there we go. We've got Relic going in, but wow, trying for the far up high approach. I'm not sure that's going to pay off.
Falling down there.
Yeah. This is this weird combination of furious splats and these really conservative movements of the power clams. JSOD there letting their teammates come in and gets that sacrificial throw, and then Turtwig unfortunately gets ambushed on the way in, so that's the end of that push. No more clams going in, just the power clam break.
Yeah, just getting one in, but now they've got the penalty ball, or
yeah, the freebie there turns up. Yeah. Honestly, I think this could play in Seasolted Squid's favour, but wow, there we go. 3 players down, and Part-Time Pirates probably getting ready to go for another push soon. Oh, there we go. Relic just going in for a massive, like, I guess just to try and throw the team off balance, straight into the middle of the whole team. This aggression's quite something to see. Zenbezel there just staying up on the stage, acting as a jump beacon for people, and then just drawing a lot of aggro with that clam.
Yeah, oh, now it's a wipe.
Very, very good news here, though, for Seasolted Squids, rather. They'd been on the back foot pretty badly there. Oh, boy! Turtwig just disrespects the bucket completely, and then gets a second splat on Vindaloo and forces the baller to retreat. Wow. Yeah, Jang just left completely alone, presumably just waiting for the baller to time out so that they can drop the clam somewhere safer.
Very back and forth game, probably the most back and forth yet.
And of course the scoreboard is completely indecisive right now. Those 80 points don't mean anything. A single good push is going to beat that by a mile. Got a ball already now on Part-Time Pirates side, and with a splat up, there we go. Turtwig activates the ball and goes in for the goal, picks up one.
That's a wipe. And
yeah, there we go. Zenbezel tosses in the power clam. We've got hopefully some regular ones are going to come in. We're going to get a proper push. JSOD gets a few. Relic goes up, just keeps the basket open. Splats. Wow, only 3 players on the field. I think that's probably the end of that push, but that's certainly much more what we wanted to see throughout the game.
Yeah, very good push there at the end. They still could get the splats, just were missing small clams. They could.
Of course, we're now in the situation where, yeah, there we go. The freebie clam's been picked up in advance, so now the fresh freebie is dropped. And Seasolted Squids have access to a lot of clams if they choose to take them. You know, their advantage of not having scored yet is they don't have any penalties to deal with. So, in principle, they could roll up, get 60 points in one push. Vindaloo going there with the Inkjet, getting ready. Can't protect the teammate, but can avenge them. That baller then goes kaboom by the goal. Oh, wow! That direct on the final shot. It's an overtime push or nothing. The basket's not open, though, and Vindaloo left as the only one there. JSOD's got the baller. Have we got another power clam up? I don't think we have. Oh, and it just, it breaks apart in Grubdog's, just as in front of Grubdog's eyes. Oh, that's heartbreaking. Well, Part-Time Pirates, you know, we're the more aggressive team. They did the harvest. They were able to get the pushes, so well done to them.
Yeah, of course, like, they were able to both teams were going back and forth there, but PTP could just make it to the basket.
Alright, well, it's Turf War time now. Back to Anchovy Games. Yeah, I still don't know what to think about this one, other than just hope that you're able to handle combat better than the other team.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see how we're going. There we go. You know, I think we're just going to leave it here. Tech setup's not quite as advanced as it might be, so I think probably better off just proceeding without being a bit blind.
Yeah, I haven't played too much Anchovy games in this game yet.
Yeah, I mean, we have certainly, like, HC has scrimmed it a little bit, but we've mostly focused on the ranked modes. Turf War, obviously, it's a bit of a different beast.
Yeah.
I do like that it's back. You know, it was the one, probably the most interactive map in the first game.
Yeah, I'd say so.
You know, like, there were a few others that had similar, like, levels of sort of different approaches, like the way you had, Mahi Mahi Resort had the water level, you had the big spinners in museum. But I do like the way that you just had so much fine control over the platforms in Anchovy. Even if some of its like goal positions in some of the modes were a little bit wonky.
Yeah, it's just how it goes.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're in for 3 minutes of intense painting. I suppose we'll see what each team brings out. I would like to, if Sea Salt and Squids want to run the rain, I don't think they'd be wrong to do so.
Yeah. For me, I really enjoy using rain on Turf War.
I guess, you've got that advantage. It's just a fire and forget special.
Yeah, of course. It also gives you an ink back.
Which you got that advantage
really
of just being able to throw it somewhere that you otherwise wouldn't be able to put any paint down on at all.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, we're seeing another Nozzle Nose D, like in the previous set, but it's an L3 this time. Vindaloo rocking the L3 Nozzle Nose D. Beautiful. Oh wow, that's a very early splat there. You've got Summerly already chucking out that Suction Rush, claiming a bunch of turf in the middle.
Yeah.
Fast and furious painting there. I do like the Neo Splash-O-Matic. It's, got all the best bits of the two old Splash-O-Matics.
Yeah, it's a very cool weapon.
And there we go. We do also see the Blob Blobber. In fact, getting very aggressive there. Going straight up onto the platform, bullying that short-range shooter, and the Stingray then compounds it. Summerly making a timely exit from a very, very hot zone. Part-Time Pirates, despite being 2 players down, probably quite happy about their progress so far.
Yeah, it's 3 down right now on the Sea Salt side.
They've gotten a few inroads, but their own side of the map is very, very yellow right now. They need to do a lot of work before they can really get started on mid.
Yeah.
Still, Vindaloo and Summerly watching each other's back, keeping an eye on everything that's coming in. They've managed to outflank, there we go, outflank and trap the Dualies. And I suppose now it's time for them to paint mid. They've certainly got the opportunity.
Valkyrie taking out Grub Dog.
Boy, Vindaloo getting blasted in the centre. And it's on Jang to just hold that flank against 2 incoming players. That's not a great job for a custom junior. Jang does manage to duck away, and buys themselves a lot of time with very little to work with. That's good play there.
Yeah, just holding it back enough.
Summerly once more just throwing out bombs. There's no tomorrow. And we've got the splats working a little more in favour of Sea Salt and Squids now.
Yeah.
They just aren't able to gain ground. So right now they do, I think, have a little more ink. It's 40 seconds. I think they've got the edge here.
Yeah, they do have a tiny bit of yellow on their side, which could be a game changer, but it's tough for anything's game changer.
And they're working together very nicely though. Grubdog and Jang just, playing in a buddy system. Making sure there's always someone watching their back when they go forward to do something. And yeah, the map is now extremely purple.
Yeah. But this gonna hold. That's probably gonna be game 3 down on.
Yeah, that's really, really nasty. And that inkjet of Vindaloo, Vindaloo's is just gonna make sure that no one's gonna be too courageous in moving forward. We're looking pretty purple here.
Yep. But could possibly.
Yeah, closer than I thought it was gonna be actually. Yeah. Well, that's actually very interesting as well. If you look at the splats across the 2 teams, pretty even between them. But you look at the painting numbers.
Yeah.
Sea Salt and Squids just had that killing edge. So they'll be very happy about that after getting completely shut out in clams. That's must feel good to just get that reversal within the course of a game.
Yeah, it's always not. It's probably kind of getting to PTP as well. That's good at both teams to stay composed, not stress, and just keep on going.
So yeah, we're into the uncharted territory for me as far as this week's casting goes. Yeah, tower control and albacore. I'm looking forward to it. You know, I do like the way that there are so many little situations where you can use those walkways to your advantage. Maybe not as much as in Rainmaker or in Clams, but they're still there.
Yeah, it's not a bad map. It's just something you gotta get used to. It's very different. That's the only thing about New Albacore.
Yeah. Still, you know, I guess we'll see what each team brings.
Yeah.
I think the Julie Squelchers, which we're probably going to be seeing quite possibly from both teams, definitely a good pick.
Yeah, I think both teams will either have a Julie Squelchers or a Splatling of some sort with quite a few run speeds. But
I mean, I think Ballpoint would be a good option here. You know, even though you don't have the Stingray, which is the traditional tower option, I feel Inkjet's really, really handy on a map like Albacore.
Yeah, Inkjet's very good. I feel like Inkjet's like quite great just on tower. Just people get scared and jump off tower, which you could, if you think you'd jump off tower, you could cover that option while they're jumping.
And we're seeing, oh boy, we're seeing a charger. I like it. And the Jet Squelcher and the Brella. This is going to be cool. Range Blaster as well. Very, very nice. Seeing just, you know, a long range comp from both teams. Kirchwick there chooses to ignore the flank attack and correctly realizes that it's the players in front that are the problem. Vindaloo getting very aggressive with that charger and making it work. Wow, what a shot. And yeah, that Julie Squelchers there, just realizing they can get in close, the charger can't hurt them. Wow, this is furious. So Jang now, you know, obviously the Jet Squelch is not your choice for close quarters combat. They managed to get 3 volleys of missiles off, pretty nice. But with the numbers even, I figured, you know, not really the weapon you want to have when you're riding the tower, when your teammates aren't necessarily acting as shields for you.
Getting a double.
Oh yes, and we're left with just J-Sword there, trying to keep the tower immobile. Does manage to stop it in midair, and in fact picking up a splat. That Stingray, of course, is just perpetually nasty in tower control.
They're probably going to try to get past the first checkpoint.
Yeah, Zen now doesn't quite have the range to stop that tower rider from getting away. But, you know, Part-Time Pirates clearly realising that this is their opportunity to maybe just create a bit of objective pressure. That 86 isn't much, and it won't be too difficult for them to take the lead if they want to. Vindaloo gets missiles on the head, I think. So Zen goes forward, perhaps a bit overconfident. But that checkpoint's getting worked through, and unfortunately for Sea-Salted Squids, they've just been outmaneuvered here.
Yeah, I think that was the Tempest there that stopped the tower. So we're going to get back on. Vindaloo could get a snipe. And Grubdog being swaying left the jump and getting killed.
So that's very good defense there on that checkpoint. It would have been quite painful for Sea-Salted Squids if they'd had to deal with that checkpoint being broken without having done it themselves.
Yep. Other Rain and the Stingray.
And the counter ray! Are we going to see? Oh boy! Looks like Vindaloo loses the ray duel, but everything else in the middle has gone Sea-Salted Squid's way. Summerlee's able to just disrespect that blaster, get away from the suction bombs.
Oh, that was nice. Grubdog trades with the range blaster there, which is, I'd say, a good trade.
Yeah, given it, like how much damage that thing can do to a tower rider, I think it's much better to just buy some space for the objective. We're seeing Grubdog and Vindaloo teaming up on the tower. That Brella shield, unfortunately not enough to deal with fire coming from every direction. And James left alone in mid. Oh, they got very close. They got to the checkpoint, but stopped pretty much where Part-Time Pirates got stopped before.
Yep, they're just 4 ticks away from each other right now.
Of course, that's the problem with checkpoints, you know. Only your best attempt counts. You know, and they're going to have to do all of that again the next time they make a push. Part-Time Pirates, meanwhile, looking to improve on their own score, choosing to just completely disrespect Summerlee at close range there. I think they're going to pay for that, honestly.
Stingray again, no?
Oh, wow! Is that a rain splat?
The jump as well. Jump.
J-Sod keeping it alive and then just gets shot at point-blank range by Vindaloo. So 5-point gain, still an intact checkpoint though.
Oh, good chance to push here. God, two of them have special.
Summerlee just throwing out the bombs, clearly just wants to prevent anyone stopping the tower from low.
This will be it.
Yeah. Wow, we've got that ray coming out to counter the other ray, making sure that it can't spray on the tower. Jang unfortunately does get splattered, but that's a lead.
Yeah, 1 minute remaining as well.
Grubdog just using that shield to prevent the Splatling from accomplishing anything. It's just been forced to deal with this little skirmish on the side. These massive points on the tower, completely unopposed.
Yep.
That's wonderful play there. Grubdog just circles around the blaster, stops the Splatling. Bit of a shame for Sea Salted they couldn't improve on their score, but that's still a nice lead. Part-Time Pirates, of course, now very much on the back foot. They're down 2 players, down 3 players, and there's only 30 seconds left. Sea Salted are bringing the tower to them. Maybe they're hoping to improve their score.
Grubdog's really close to their score right now.
Yeah, Vindaloo here at point-blank range against Relic. And just slipping by. Wow, that was what, 10 points more? That really didn't necessarily... Oh boy, no, there we go. Tower's empty. Every single squid was dead!
Yeah.
Wow. Still, a very confident win in the end. Sea Salted Squids get it. So, I mean, you know, obviously they're looking happy. That's match point now. Wow, look at that. Yep. 19 splats for Grubdog. I wonder how many were just, you know, from those 4 rains. Wow. Excellent play. Well, with that, it's another Rainmaker time. Santa Maria. And, you know, I guess we'll see how we go here.
2 people just disappearing.
Possibly we're seeing some substitutions. We might be seeing some connection issues. I guess we'll find out. Yep. Yes, Grubdog's subbing out. Okay, well, we've got the inside track from the public channel that Milk's going to be coming in. Clearly Sea Salted, you know, I'm assuming it's because of either the stage or the mode, maybe both. Well, it would be cool to see what she can do. I mean, you know, personally, as much as I don't want to take any sides, I am holding out for Port Mackerel Splat Zones. I'd love to see some more Blobby Boys in action.
Yeah, of course. Splat Zones is always not a mode that you see. Just, I don't know, Splat Zones I feel like a lot more balanced for a lot more weapons, I guess. Like, there's no real good, amazing weapon compared to what, like, Towers mostly blasters, and Clams is not too like it's ballers.
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
a very nice fair mode.
Of course, it's, you know, it is the original ranked mode as well. I've got a lot of sentimental attachment to it, I guess.
Yeah.
Mackerel, of course, has been changed radically from how it was in Splat 1. I can think of few less entertaining Splat Zones maps than Splatoon 1 Port Mackerel. You know, the 2 zones in opposite corners of the map, you'd frequently see games where a winning score would be like 5 points.
So, Milk and Summerlee joining in, which are both back.
Cool. Alright. And we should be ready soon. Here we go. Still, we haven't got to Splat Zone's Mackerel yet. Part-Time Pirates haven't earned it yet, and I don't think Sea Salted Squids are, you know, inclined to give it to them. They want to win this. So yeah, I mean, Rainmaker Manta Maria is an interesting one. You've got, you know, potential for some very, very quick, if not knockouts, then certainly quick leads.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, Rainmaker's such. I find it the most fun to spectate. It's just always it's so explosive, I guess. That's how you describe
You've got that running play, that, very much, a lot of potential for these crazy moments where everything's hanging by a thread.
Yeah.
It's really the. I mean, even more so than clans. Actually, it's the mode where you can never, never really say that any one part of the map won't be relevant. The Rainmaker will move where it will move, and you're not on rails. You don't have to push through like the tower. You can retreat. You can pick your moment. You're not stuck chained to the middle of the map like in Splat Zones.
Yeah. It's always good to see. Just like lots of teams use different routes, and just it's good to see how they like pushing or their idea.
Well, we've seen quite a bit of weapon variety from these teams so far. I'll be interested to see what they're bringing here.
The game's starting up now. See what people are using.
Alright, well, a pretty familiar comp from Part-Time Pirates, and Milk is making my day one match early. We've got that Bloblobber coming out, and meanwhile a Nautilus from Vindaloo. Pretty cool. Okay, Relic making an early play up high here. Can't win the pop, but can do a lot of damage with that Splattershot Pro. And then I think Turtwig's using that cover to just get through and try and get in people's faces. Relic gets a trade rather with Vindaloo. But I think this is looking solid for... Oh wow, no, this is just everyone gets splattered at the end.
Yeah.
Milk gets an assist there as Turtwig plummets into the abyss. Wow, so furious, and yet no one even picked up the Rainmaker. Everyone was too busy getting splattered. Bloblobber just doing so much damage. Milk getting one and then another, and then going for the sneaky push, but the paint's not there in the way. That Stingray's going to give some cover. The counter ray comes out. I reckon... Oh boy. Is it going to be Street? Is it going to be another push across the side? Turtwig perhaps tips their hand a bit early. Oh wow, and then Turtwig goes down to the Rainmaker Blasters. JSOD also is the last one left. It's all on JSOD, and wow, gets destroyed for it, but buys a bit of time. But Summerlee's there, gets the pop, and we're just going to... Surely it's just a blitz push. Summerlee gets their feet down, moves forward. That...
This could...
Oh boy!
But they're
wow.
There, they got the Bloblobbers.
And the Rainmaker's open again. They haven't picked it up. They haven't reset it. Oh, okay. Turtwig getting that pair with the Bomb Rush is a huge weight off Part-Time Pirates' shoulders. They can probably be pretty confident that they can move the Rainmaker now. Yeah, well, we were saying you could have matches end, or at least have leads set very quickly here, and we've certainly seen that now.
Yeah. So, we'll see if PCP can get their explosive push now, but Sea Salted just popping it, just keeping their ground.
They've got a significant range advantage if they're willing to use it, and with such a high score set so far, they can really afford to just... Well, they could play defensively, but it looks like they're just determined to keep on going forward. Oh, we get the Ray Duel wins out in favour of JSOD. But then another goes down on Part-Time Pirates' side. That Rainmaker there is just actually pretty comfortable, not really affected by anything. Milk perhaps brought in as a dedicated Rainmaker carrier. Pretty sure that has been central to all the pushes that have happened. And then, oh no, JSOD goes down into the drink. Part-Time Pirates, otherwise, defending confidently, but they need to do better than that. They need to be able to actually get some points. Oh boy.
This is quite back and forth.
Yeah, I mean, Sea Salted Squids, obviously, they've got the luxury of a very high score.
But the Rainmaker was about to pop anyway.
They're feeling, pretty confident here, I imagine. What's your play when you're in Part-Time Pirate situation? What do you do?
You regroup as a team.
Well, I guess it's better than my plan of just crying in the corner.
Just gotta relax for a second, just ink around, think of
We
a
are seeing
strategy
some
and wait for the
excellent
best
plays
time out.
there. Relic just stopping Milk cold at range. And meanwhile, Turtwig not really pressured. But no, can't. Oh, perhaps messed over by the rain. I reckon it painted the feet just before the jump. And that
You
what could
hate
have
to
been
see that happen.
yeah, you know, that's the tragedy of bottomless pits. They really are the pits sometimes. But you know, it's not over. PTP still very much on the offensive. Turtwig has taken over the Rainmaker mantle, but that rain is just doing a wonderful job of locking them out of there. And then between the rain and just getting a bubble bath from Milk, Turtwig's really got to stay fast on their feet. Oh boy, that baller just brutal. Absolutely brutal from Vindaloo there. Picks up Zen after that. With 25 seconds remaining and a clean wipe, I think Sea Salt and Squids must be feeling pretty happy, but they're not content for that. They're going for the knockout. Vindaloo's got the Stingray cover. Do you reckon they're going to get it?
Oh, this could be.
Milk's just throwing the bubbles around. Oh boy, and then that last minute Stingray from J-Sod. Vindaloo gets the splat, goes for the podium. Oh boy. Well, I mean, my hat's off to Sea Salt and Squids for that. You know, you've got a clean wipe, you're sitting on this massive, massive lead. What do? You take that Rainmaker in and you get a knockout, apparently. I don't think you'll find that in any playbook anywhere. Wow.
Yeah, it's quite a push, you know.
Man, that's just amazing. So really, you know, once again, you know, congratulations to Sea Salt and Squids for playing a very classy game through there. You know, Milk very much got a chance to shine. Would be pretty lame if you get brought in the last match and don't really do much. Nonetheless, you know, Part-Time Pirates can absolutely, you know, congratulate them as well. They've managed some authoritative plays there. That Starfish Clams match was textbort. Just, you know, deal with it kind of play.
Yeah, it was a fun set to watch. They were both so explosive in their own ways. It wasn't a clean sweep either, so...
Yeah, you know, a very, very good start to, I think possibly the first... Oh, maybe not. Anyway, you know, I'm going to be happy that, you know, these teams got seeded in the same div, you know, that's good seeding at work. And I'm sure that they've both got many more exciting matches ahead of them. But for now, yeah, I mean, we've certainly got some excellent bits from that. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back on stream. Calamar Cat and Ace will be bringing a Division 1 match between Midnight and Lime Soda to you. In the meantime, please send us those clips that I saw. Oh boy, that clip from Aeon Frodo. Absolutely, we want to see that in the highlight reel. The most hilarious thing ever. Until then, yeah, have a good evening, everybody. Thank you very much, Seb. It's been a joy commentating with you.
Oh, good. Thanks, man. And let's go Lime Soda.
Oh, well, got the Aussie pride. I'm very interested to see what Midnight can do. They've been making waves.
Yeah, and Lime Soda is a pretty new team, so it'll be a really good set to watch.
Yeah, you know, they want revenge.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be watching then. Have fun, folks.
Bye.